going to be making some monkey bread and working around the house, and I thought I would turn the camera on and give you a little glimpse of my life today. You know, like I always say, it's living below the poverty line in a happy way, in a way that gives you some inspiration and it helps motivate you. It's living extreme cheap, but with a beautiful mindset. And cheap, some people say the word cheap means cheap. Well, I don't think of it that way. I think of it as it's a beautiful way to live, extreme frugal or frugal way to live. Frugal is a word to me that can be really, really used in so many ways. You can have a six-figure income and it's frugal, but I like the word cheap because, or tightwad, Tessie. I love those words because I think that narrows it down more to people who are just everyday people who are learning to live on less. Learning to live on less and loving it even more. That's the quote that I like to say. I love lighting my oil lamps, especially on rainy days and days that are gloomy and dark. I'm gonna go ahead and mix up the bread in my bread machine. I love my bread machine. That is something that is a little bit modern that I can't do without. I make my own bread mix and it's so simple and easy. In a matter of minutes, I can whip up some bread. So the first thing we're going to do is we're going to get some warm water and we're going to put our yeast in it, and that way we want to make sure that it is still alive and activated. All right, I'm gonna take 5 minutes. As you can see, it's starting to bubble already. Just gonna let that sit there, and I'm gonna wash up these dishes, and then we'll put the bread in the bread machine. By now, so many more of you are understanding my philosophy on living below the poverty line and how you can change your mindset and it can be something that is not a drudgery. I'm so very thankful for all of you for taking a notice of my life and finding great pleasure in going along with this journey with me. I just hope this thing is the right one. All right, the bread is in the bread machine. Now I'm gonna go ahead and start doing some other housework, and then I'll show you what we do next. Table I got rid of, and I had that big lighting system, that big light. I don't need all of that. So now what I'm going to do is, I know you see me in all of these rooms all the time, rearranging things and doing things, but that's what I like to do. So what I'm going to do is, I had a table here, and this table is in front of some of my canned food. Well, you know what happens. I'm not getting into the canned food because there's a table here. So we're just gonna go ahead and take this folding table back into that corner, and that is where I will put some of my bulk food that I don't use all the time. All right, so let's just do this. It fits perfect back in this corner. And I'm gonna go ahead and put some kind of tablecloth to see what I can find. See if I can find a nice tablecloth to put here. And then I can just go ahead and put all of these extra dry ingredients underneath it. That way they're out of the way. Now I have so much room, so much more room. Absolutely am so excited. Okay, I'm gonna go out and see if I can find a linen that was given to me by one of you lovely viewers through the years, and we'll cover this table and then we will see what it looks like. I just love stuff like this. This is a rechargeable little light and it really makes a difference in my videos when I add it. And then we have a whole bunch of extra cords that I don't need now. And okay, I'll see you guys in just a minute and we'll see what 4 tablecloth I found for on that table. Oh wait, I had to go out in the rain, unlock the garage. I got soaking wet, but I found this one. And you probably would have seen this in all different areas of my home. I think I had it as a tablecloth outside. I think I had this so many places. So I'm going to use this one. And then I found this little doily. It's just cute. Now I'm just going to go ahead and put this on the table. Get everything off the floor. And then my butter churn, which I use just about once a month. Put that there. Yeah, I really like it. I think it turned out good. So what I'm gonna do is then put the rocking chair in this corner. Yeah, that's what I'm gonna do. Put the rocking chair in the corner. And I'm gonna go ahead and do a few things back here. Are my homemade noodles that I made, and these are so good. All right, I think that looks so much better. Go ahead and fix everything nice. Okay, looks good. Now I can get here where my black beans are. So I can go ahead and have them. I can get to all these cupboards now. So this here I have some of my food too, which now I can get to it easier. And let's go ahead and put the rocking chair back and see how it looks. We're done with this. I really like how it looks. We have a lot more room and the floor there is totally bare. So if I want to do any kind of projects and I need floor room, I have the floor. Now I can get to the whole hutch. What I am wanting to do is the hutches, I want to in the next year consume the food, use up the food, and turn them into bookshelves. And then turn this room into a book reading room. I'm taking it out of a pantry and putting it back into a reading room. I am aware that that will take another year, but that is what I want to do. I have 2 hutches and I want to turn them into bookshelves. I think that would be really neat to have this into a reading nook. And then I'll just keep my outdoor pantry. All right, it looks great. And now let's get working on that bread. Now I'm just waiting for the butter to melt on top of the stove. I could add a little flour to this, but I really don't want to. So now what I'm going to do is I'm just going to make balls like this. I might have to add a little bit of flour. The monkey bread is turning out amazing. If you would like to know how to make the monkey bread, I will give it in the description box below. If you also would like to know how do you make the bread machine mix that you see me making all the time, I will share that video in the description box below. I cannot believe how good it tasted, and we did end up giving some to our grandchildren. They loved it, and they really request it almost every week. So it is a super duper sweet treat, but you can cut back on the sugar and have it even better. All right, it has risen to double. We'll go ahead and put it in the oven. I'll show you what it looks like when we're done. Gosh. It came out amazing. No sticking. Absolutely love it. It's got the pumpkins. Super duper amazing. Now all I have to do is wait till they cool off before I can eat them.
My most cherished beloved books are definitely getting a significant new chapter. Each book is being carefully sorted and packed with love. Going through them truly feels like revisiting treasured old friends. There is a whole world of stories here, from homesteading guides to well-worn vintage cookbooks and helpful family living guides. My dedicated son has enthusiastically taken over the vital mission to lovingly help these wonderful stories find their next exciting chapter. They're all now happily heading to their exciting new digital home. Welcome to Homestead Tessie's wonderful online attic. We're consistently adding wonderful new books and other unique items daily. Find your absolutely next favorite read. Visit the link in bio.